Welcome, ladies and gentlemen. We're back again with another BRL broadcast right here on Twitch Master 27. We're still here at Indy, but this time we'll run the road course as we run the pro safety weather or severe weather safety preparedness 100 here at Indy. Well, a lot has happened since the oval race, but one thing's for sure, the points battle is still very, very tight, and as they set up the grid, we'll bring you your running order shortly. Keep your eye on several developing stories around the league. How Mikl's win at the Indy Oval is going to impact what's going to go on here at Indianapolis GP. Will he continue to be aggressive, or will he lay back and allow someone else to steal a win here at Indy GP? Will we get another winner in this round? Round number one saw 4 different winners. Will we see the same in round 2? We'll see the answer to that question as this round continues to develop, starting with this race. We have 47 laps on tap here at Indy GP. We also know that in real life, the Xfinity Series is racing at Daytona. So periodically, we will give updates of the Daytona race so that we don't miss anything on this side. And these updates, you may be slightly ahead or you might be slightly behind, but I'm going to continue to work hard to give updates so that we can all be on the same page. Let's get our running order as they get around this road course that is 2.44 miles long. Dale Jr. is going to be on pole for this race. Now remember, this race has got the finishing order inverted position, and so this does not mean that Dale Jr. was the fastest car. As a matter of fact, the opposite. Dale Jr. DNF'd early in the Indianapolis, or rather the Brickyard 250. He's going to look to rebound here, and he's got a good starting spot. What is he going to do with it to keep himself from being eliminated? Zero is starting second. No, Beloved rather should be starting second. And Beloved, who is rolling up right now, crashing through the tire barriers. They go. But Beloved is someone who's going to have to take advantage of that starting spot as he works hard to get his spot back. Someone who needs to have a good race, needs to have a good display here to get the ball rolling, get the momentum going. He's near the bottom in points, and he finished at the bottom last week. Frosty is going to sit in, Zero is going to sit in the 3rd position. And one of those drivers may look to repeat what he did at Watkins Glen when he was in this position, take the lead early and never give it back. We'll see if he can do that. Frosty is in the 4th position, trying to regain some momentum after what happened to him at Indianapolis Oval, where he had a very subpar race. Skitty Brave rounds out our top 5, and Skitty looking to make something happen in a big way. We'll see if he can do it. Outside of Skitty, back in black, West, Mikl, Chris Rocket returning to the series. We'll ride on board with Frosty as we prepare to go green flag racing. We're underway again at Indy, this time the road course. And look at West make the jump to the inside. Oh man, and back in black just cleans out the 17 of Zero. Heavy smoke in the braking line. And there's the 2 of Frosty spun around by the 9. The 9 is Very racing very questionably at this point. That will be examined. Let's ride on board the number 11, and this is Chris the God 4, and he ran season 1 of BRL, the inaugural season, as we get through lap number 1, caution free. He ran the inaugural season and finished pretty decent, but since then has not really been in a car in BRL, and here he is trying to make a return here in the number 11, and trying to get some points and have fun with the crew, and we welcome him back in the series as well. Back in Black, who we talked about before in that rainbow number 9, has already made heavy contact with several drivers, and this is something that will be addressed, I'm sure. One thing that we constantly talk about when we talk about Back in Black is he is an aggressive race car driver. However, it's one thing to be aggressive. It's another thing to be to not race smart and not use your head. And so you got to know when to make your moves and when to use that aggression to get past people. Lap 1 of a race is not the time to do it. You don't make friends, and that goes back to bite you later on. So that's just something to feast our eyes on, because it could come back to haunt him later on as he gets through this road course. People are just not going to give him the room. Rocket is sitting 4th place in the number 39 machine, and he's someone who is returning to BRL after a short stint in season 3, I want to say, where we ran and had some good racing, and he came in and subbed. Not a slow driver by any stretch of the imagination, but returning to BRL, what impact is he going to make with the guys that are battling for this top 8 that are trying to get into and are battling for a championship? So we'll keep an eye on him, as each position he gains is going to take away from the drivers that are battling. We had a lead change. Let's go up to the lead right now, and let's talk about this battle. The 22 of Mikl, the 8 of West. And we saw West make that early move up to the front, and now Mikl, having gotten through this short field, is able to hop up front. Now, is he going to drive away with it? We know Mikl had a strong car last time we were here, but that did not mean he won the race. Then he's up front again looking strong. It doesn't necessarily mean he's going to win the race. We'll keep an eye on this developing battle. And he's already won in advance, so he's playing with house money. What risk are these other drivers going to take to try and overcome this position? There's West in 2nd place. Made that hardcore move in that number 8 Caterpillar BRL or CMR Chevrolet, and made a hard move to get himself in this position. Got up front. He's going to have to make a lot more moves like that if he's going to win this race, especially late. 47 laps with a 10-lap overtime, and he's going to need to get in rhythm and go ahead and try and take that position away. West, a strong contender this season for a championship, making us believe in the speed that he has and the consistency that he has shown this season to this point, consistently running up front with that speed. We're going to see if that CMR Chevrolet can get to the Final Four, and more importantly, the championship victory lane. This is a pivotal race. The next 2 races could very easily end in DNFs. So we're going to have to pay close attention to this battle here. Skitty Brave in the 3rd position and looking very strong right now. Very consistent, a lot of speed. This has been a decent track for Skitty each time in BRL history, as he is challenging. Wow, he is challenging for second place. He gets to the end, to right side of West, left side of West. And through the S is West having issues. Skitty Brave up to second. And this is what I was talking about, a nice, strong start for Skitty Brave. And if he can keep this up, wow, what a good run in points as well as in his confidence that this can bring. He is showing that he is on the move. Skitty Brave looking solid so far early in this one. And then we go back here, Rocket holding up traffic. We got a battle between the two new drivers to this season, the 39 and the 11. We already talked about Chris and Rocket already. Let's ride along with them real quick in their battle as they break it down on the racetrack. And they've got traffic behind them. That's the 17 and the 9 back in black. And our blitz reporter for today, the 17 and 0. And there's 0 looking to make a move. He's going to back off heavy in the zone. Doesn't dive bomb. Listen, not the time to do all of that right now. So early in this race. Just take your time. Let the 11 make a mistake that's going to allow you the chance to get around them. There you see out driving them into that corner, taking the proper line. He's going to have the run off here. Cuts this little section here. Now he's going to have a run that he's going to have to try and keep that momentum all the way through. He does. Now he can go through a heavy braking zone on the left, cut the 11 off, and keep that position. 0 moves up to 5th. Now, I know you see tires all over the racetrack. You see them cutting the corners, and you might think, well, Sam, is that legal or will they get penalties? On certain tracks in BRL, this one included, the rules allow for corner cutting. This is one of those tracks that allow that. So them hitting the tire barrier under caution, busting that hole in the wall, and then them using those corners, that is perfectly legal. Now there are some tracks where corner cutting is not allowed. This is not one of those tracks. And what this does is it opens up more space on the racetrack for these cup cars to get through this track, have more room to operate, and allows for a little bit more exciting racing. As you notice, some more room for side-by-side action. They can carry more speed through certain corners. It's just really fun to watch. And you see this battle up here as 0 tries to work his way around Rocket in the 39. The 11 just watching. And 0 gonna have that run to the inside. Gonna try to shut the door here. Oh, carries just a little bit too much momentum. Can he hold on to it? Rocket with the right side preferred line. Almost out of there. 0, 3 wide. 0 gets that nice run off. And he's going to move up to 4th. Back in black, we saw earlier heavy contact. This is Frosty. We saw back in black heavy contact, and that's the 39 in the way. Back in black gets turned, gets hit. This could bring out the caution. This could bring out a caution. We were just talking about back in black. Did he get damage? It's the question here. Yes, he did get damage. He did get some damage from that, as there was a spin right in front of the field. Let's see if the caution flag flies. Yes, it does. Caution's out for the first time today, and that's going to allow the 9 to repair damage. So what did we see so far? What did we learn to this point? Well, we learned, first of all, the 22 has speed. He's shown a lot of speed in this first run. We're not surprised. What else did we see? We saw that Skitty Brave in the 46 recognizes what time it is. And this is, again, a very, very pivotal race for the 46 of Skitty Brave. It's a pivotal race for the 9 of Back in Black. It's a pivotal race for, really, you could say, the 8 of West. It's a pivotal race for Beloved in the 1 and Dell Jr. in the 3. This is a very, very important race. Why? Because the next 2 races in the schedule do not get easier. They get harder. The margin for error shrinks. The chances for DNFs increases. And they are in a points battle of a lifetime as they try to get themselves into the top 8 to advance to the next round. So this race, wide, big, a lot of opportunities to pit, a familiar racetrack for us in BRL. It's an opportunity for them to strike gold, and they need to accomplish that. The 22 knows what time it is, but so does the 46 of Skitty Brave. He knows exactly what time it is. And let's talk to, we got a car stopped under caution. Let's figure out who that is. That is the 9 of Back in Black, stopped under caution. We also have Beloved, who must have lost his way. He's got damage, must have been in a wreck there. Let's take a look at our blitz reporter for this race, and that is 0 in the 17, currently running in the as Skitty Brave and the 46 share some paint. Pretty sure that those paint tones, color tones, are gonna clash a little bit with that red and black and then the green, but I don't know, maybe it's scrubbing some debris off the side of the car. Anyway, 17, and he has been fast all season, but has not always reaped the fruits of his speed. I think pay attention to Daytona, the BRL 500. Take a look at that on Stream Monster 27, because that race was a very good race, and what you're going to see there at the end is the 17 going for the win, gets trying to block the lane, trying to side draft, and gets turned. Very fast car, just could not get to victory lane. Showed his speed at Watkins Glen, and this caution is going to allow him to be able to get himself up front, or close enough to the front where he can strike and rebound from the contact that was the 9 of Back in Black. So I think this is an excellent caution for him to kind of regroup and work his way up to the front. We'll be spotlighting him throughout the race. He is our blitz reporter. He does not have a mic. We will not get a chance to talk to him, but we will spotlight him throughout the race, check up on him, make sure that he's okay. Pit road should be open this time, but this is a pretty hefty road course. They're almost through it, so let's take a look at an update. Let's see if we can get an update. As we look at the race, they're on, at least what I'm watching is on commercial right now. Here we go, we're back. So Daytona, they are, move out the way, Ad, I can't see. They are under caution. They got the jet dryers out. I don't think there's rain, but could have been a big wreck. Could have been a big wreck. Oh, we got pit stops. The whole back half of the field, including the leader, Mikl. What does this do? This allows Skitty Brave to have the lead. Skitty Brave is your race leader right now, and the field is under caution in the Xfinity Series. They're double filed and about to go green. The 54 is on the front row with Noah Gregson in the 9, first and second. And I think they're going to take a look at the replay of the wreck with Allgaier. And, oh yeah, he gets turned. He just gets straight up turned. I think he may bad draft maybe. But they're about to restart and go back. Green flag racing at Daytona. Check that out. Green flag back out at Daytona, guys. Side by side racing. Noah Gregson being pushed to the lead. He's there. And Herburst, or Herburst, I guess is how you say it, is there in the final stage. The race almost over. Just that fast. Wow. Yeah, Noah Gregson got way out there. Here comes the 54. Slides right in behind Noah Gregson. Wow. Good move there. All right, let's take you back to the BRL race. Noah Gregson is your leader at this point. You know how Daytona goes, though. It may not stay. Let's look at our running order. West, Skitty Brave West, front row. These two were pretty fast. The only drivers able to stay with the 22. Then it is the 22 sitting fourth. Zero Fan third. The 22 is fourth on the grid. The first drivers that pitted. And then after him, Chris. Top five. Frosty, Rocket, Back in Black, Dale Jr., Beloved. Those two in the back going to have to pick it up in a major way if they plan on doing something. Let's ride along with our Blitz reporter this time in the 17 as they get ready to take the green flag for our first restart in this race. The Severe Weather Preparedness 100. As they approach the front stretch and the start finish line, BRL restarts at the line and not in a restart zone. But once that splitter hits it, it's all go. And here we go. Green flag back in the air here at Indy. And here goes Back in Black. They're going to make it 3 wide. Back in Black's got that right-hand lane going. Far right-hand lane. Let's see what happens as they go 3 wide into turn 1. Contact being made. Contact for the lead. Contact for third. Back in Black moving some drivers out of the way back there. 47, 46, and 8 battling for the lead. As you see West losing the handling of that race car. He's having big trouble, but taking advantage of that is not only the 22, but now the 17 gonna look to the left side of the 46. Side by side as he tries to take that position as the battle for third. Skinny gonna try to cut him off by shooting the gap. He does. Contact in the back there wrecking. And still making contact back there. And that moves up Frosty, that moves up Beloved, that moves up Dale. West all the way back to 7, trying to make his way up through the field. Back up front, your leader, 22 of Mikl. Any surprise there? Not to me. He's 1.5 seconds ahead of the leader, Skitty Brave. Skitty Brave, a solid run, sitting here in second place, and I mean, has been able to take advantage of mistakes, especially those by West, and very impressive run, and this is exactly what he needed to do. The points are going to look good for him. If he can finish second place, this is really, really good for him and takes a little bit of the pressure off as they head into next week. Mikl setting sail. You see the gap is 2.2 and rising. No need to be discouraged. Take your time, get in a rhythm. You can see he's making a few mistakes here, but these are mistakes that he can overcome. We'll see if he's able to do it. second place is not a bad spot, but look behind him right now. Rocket, really the rookie, only ran one race. Rocket is starting to gain some momentum on Skitty, so definitely not the momentum that he had the first run before that caution. Trying to get back in the rhythm. The 39 looks to have a better run right now, especially out of the corners, and is able to get a little bit closer to Skitty Brave as time goes on. The gap between him, only 8 seconds, or 0.8 seconds, so not even a whole second. Battle for second place is going to get heated up really soon. Look at Back in Black as he is being roughed up. Back in Black being roughed up as that looks like the 8, and again, and they're going back and forth. The 8 appears to be wrecked. No, he's in 6. Okay, dropped a position or two in there, and now Frosty is on the back of the 8, gets him loose. Frosty's going to try to take it on the outside. Racing really picked up. West going to dive to the inside. Now he's blocking down the stretch. Contact made as they go into the turn 1. West able to take that position. Frosty really struggling right now to get any momentum. He's sitting 7th, been in the back all race, but you just watch what happens to Frosty later on. Some mysterious way he's going to be in the top 3 by the time it's the late race restart. Just wait, he'll be there. Never fails for him. Fifth place Back in Black, he's caught 0. And now him and 0 are going back and forth at it. As you see the 9 of Back in Black using fenders, doors, tires, everything trying to get through the field right now. And again, an aggressive driver in that number 9, but it's the 39 again. Whips it around. He's struggling with the handling only in that corner. This is the second time he's spun it out in that corner. And I apologize about that. See, I'm sure he's going to address that. We take a look at his telemetry here. He's good. No damage to that race car, but the second time he's whipped it around. Now he's back behind Back in Black. And then you look at this, Beloved and Dale. These two battling really close on the racetrack. As they battle for 90th here. And really the story has been this right here. Just the lack of speed has just been evident here. And they're going to have to figure out some kind of way to get speed. That is the 1 as well as the 3. They're going to have to figure out a way to get some speed on the racetrack. You see how far these guys are behind. Even 8th place. Look at the 8th place. 12.6 seconds. If you're talking about trying to win a race, this is no good. You're going to have to pick it up, both him and Dale, and you got to have a good points day. Dale, we know DNF last race. He's going to need a good points day in this race, and Beloved finished last in that same race. He's going to need a good points day. Back to 6 in the battle between West and Frosty. And West looking pretty solid here in this group. We'll keep an eye on these guys as we march on back up front. Oh, car off the track. That is Rocket appearing. He has problems just in that area. It's not the whole track, just in that area. But unfortunately, you know, that's enough to kill momentum. And then you look behind you, and Frosty's right there, able to battle through out of the back of the field. He's starting to come through the field now, and is going to end up having a huge wreck as Back in Black and West get into it. Huge wreck. And it just seemed like West had enough and just sent the 9 packing. And these guys really going back and forth with it. As you can tell, the intensity picks up as these drivers know that, you know, they got work to do. And also that's a statement saying you're not going to drive me and race me any kind of way and expect me to like it. I'm going to defend my position. I'm going to defend myself on the racetrack. And you saw evidence of that right there on your screen. Meanwhile, back up front, Frosty's and that Frosty slush right there in position in case Rocket makes a move. Remember, Rocket is not fighting for a championship. Frosty is. And so this position, I'm sure Frosty would love to have a 4th position and move up not only a position but points. And right now, Rocket is in that position. So Frosty's got work to do, which is one reason why he had to continue to move forward and get out of that position that he was in before. Look at Skitty Brave continuing to have that good run on the racetrack. He's 12 seconds off of Mikl, but he's 3 seconds in front of what could be considered arguably the second fastest driver in BRL in 0. And so he needs to continue to build on the run that he's having right now. This is an excellent, excellent run for him. So he needs to continue to battle. We got a driver in pit road. That is 0 in the 17s. Going down pit road. Does he have damage? No, but he's going to go ahead and gas up. This is a green flag pit stop. He's going to go ahead and gas up. Get that fuel in. Those 4 fresh tires. And he's going to get back out on the racetrack. Looks probably going to be 8th place when he gets out of pit road. Which is going to be good for him. There's the 11. And that's the 11 of Chris. Not a stranger to BRL at all whatsoever. But looking to try to find the speed there. Look at 4th and 3rd right here together. The battle for position as Frosty was finally able to catch the 39. And now he's going to try and fight to the inside. Could not get a run off, but this is the area of the track where the 39 is the weakest. So you keep that pressure on, make the 39 make a mistake, and then you capitalize. Into turn 1. He's going to try to dive to the right side and then cross over Just could not get the run off. But you notice how he is trying to do this. He's not using the front bumper. He's not dive bombing it in there. He's taking what the 39 is giving him. And it's that give right now that is allowing him to be able to stay right here. He's not over braking, making ill-advised moves, forcing the 39 to make a mistake. This is actually how you race on road courses. This is how you race. And this is the sportsmanship that you should have on every race. And some drivers have it, other drivers have to learn the lesson the hard way. But exactly what you need to do. And I don't think the 2 has the speed on exit of the corners to be able to make a blow-by move. I think it's going to be something where a driver makes a mistake and he takes advantage. So the 2 just needs to keep fighting. He'll get there. But just keep fighting and stay in that position and stay ready. Skitty Brave, 12 seconds ahead, solidly sitting in. Oh, and he almost lost it. And he's going to give away some time there. Wow. But he is sitting solidly in second. And it feels good to be in that position where you can make that kind of mistake and not have to worry about getting past. Mikl blowing the field away there. And solid for him. We got a car way off track. God goodness. That is Beloved. Beloved's going to pit road. Damage? No. He is getting that pit stop in though. And so now drivers are starting to make their green flag pit stops. There's Rocket, who's in now. Rocket making his pit stop. And he's going to get his service in, 4 tires and fuel for the number 39. And that's going to put him back in the field as well. And it's going to make things a little tough with traffic. Frosty up to the, what did I tell you? Well, didn't I tell you Frosty was going to find a way to get himself into the top group? Here he is right here, sitting third. Frosty starting to show some speed late. .21 laps to go in the Daytona race. Noah Gregson is your leader. Allgaier is sitting second. Sam Meyer in the 1/3. AJ Allmendinger has been up front all day. He's riding fourth. Daniel Hemrick is riding in the top 5. There is 81 laps complete out of 100. So there's your update of the Daytona race. We're going to take our first commercial break, and we'll be right back. After this, Mikl is leading this race. Welcome back to Indianapolis, right here on the for the BRL series, and we're here live for the severe weather safety preparedness 100, and we just saw a position change there as Rocket passes. We've seen a couple drivers have some difficulties with the handling of their race cars here, West being one of those, Rocket ironically being the other, and these two running right around each other. We're having green flag pit stops here, so that's why you see cars on your track. If we got a car that is slow on the track, Dale Jr., and I think he's going to he is still out there on the racetrack, just getting out of everybody's way. Best thing to do. He's had green flag pit stops as well. And you see that on your screen there. Here at Indy, and it has been a pretty spread out race. We've already had one caution, and that was for the back in black incident, and our leader right now is just slaughtering the field. If you look at the stats, 27 seconds on second place. Now again, I think we'll have one more caution in this race. I think we'll have one more caution in this race, but it is really been one of these races where we see a spread out field, and these drivers are going to have to go for all they know right here if they're going to catch up. Let's take a look at this, as now these guys are going to have to navigate lap traffic. The 8 was able to get around the 39, and now let's see who's going to, if the 39 is going to try and return the favor. Now remember, the 39 is not battling for a championship, but he is battling for a race win, as the 8 takes it too wide there, and the 39 is going to try to take it, and does take it. And this is, again, battle for position. So for each position that the 39 gets, that's points away from West in the championship hunt. So think about that, and West has to think about that as he tries to get through the field. Skinny Brave has dropped a position and has really dropped pace as well, as he's down to third, and he is 16 seconds outside of the lead. Frosty is sitting second. So that's really interesting. What happened to Skinny Brave? Pace is kind of falling off, and don't look now, but only 5 seconds behind Skitty Brave is Chris the God 4. And all Chris needed was time to remember how to run this racetrack. You see, he is really starting to get himself together and get in a rhythm. And while he is a foreigner to victory lane in the BRL series, he has had good runs in the past, and we'll see if Indy is going to be another good run for him soon. So we'll keep an eye on that. This battle here, 5th, 6th, 7th, is starting to heat up. The 39, and look, don't look now, but the 9 of back in black is there once again, and we know he has had some issues making some clean passes. Let's see who's able to remember that, as we are hitting lap 28. Lap 28 out of 47 here, with a possible 10-lap overtime. If you're new to the stream, please hit that follow button. I am very appreciative of the support that our followers have given to the channel thus far. Come join us, be a part of the Twitch Monster 27 community. Hit that follow button, hit that subscribe button. And if you want to see more racing, BRL or otherwise, subscribe to my YouTube channel, Stream Monster 27, where you can watch replays of races like this one, as well as many more. Nice side-by-side battling there, a little paint rubbing Little 3 wide action. 39 of Rocket showing some speed here late in this run as he is in 5th. And catching up on lap traffic, that is Dale Jr. But these guys have picked up the pace some. You want to know why? I'm going to show you why right here. This guy right here, Mikl. Actually, this guy, Mikl, is actually not that far away and has yet to pit. So we know he's got to pit, but as of right now, he's actually making good time on the drivers ahead, so he could possibly put them a lap down before having to pit. Just got his first victim in sight. That is Back in Black. Mikl gonna put Back in Black lap down, or at least he's gonna try. And he's gonna have to be really careful with all his lap traffic. The 3 moves over. Back in Black clean moves, or Mikl clean moves on both Black and Dale. They're in the rear view, and he can move forward. Oh, we've got a spin. That's the 39, I believe, in the grass again and in front of the leader. And had that been like it was earlier, that would have been a caution on the track. Instead, we stay green. And just really has struggled in that corner. And he is starting to put the lead drivers a lap down. All right, I want to thank all our viewers for tuning in to this race. And so for your support here, we're going to give a quick update of the race that's going on right now at Daytona, and we'll give you an update here in about 20 seconds. In the meantime, Skitty Bravens, we got driver Chris, the guy is in pit road getting service and fuel. So this is a scheduled green flag stop for Chris in the number 11. He's going to get service. He's going to come out, lose a couple positions, but you look at Frosty, 12 seconds ahead. West, 34 behind. All right, so we'll take you to Daytona real quick. Noah Gretson and Allgaier, Allmendinger top 3 with Mayer in 4th and Heel in 5th. That's just switched to Heinrich. There are 12 laps to go in the final stage of the Ford Performance race at Daytona. And really tight moves. Allmendinger trying to push Noah Gretson. Allmendinger trying to sniff out the lead. It seems like he always is second. Always gets the second. Can't necessarily get the first, even though he's tried at Daytona. I don't know, guys. Has he won at Daytona before? I don't think he has. I might be wrong there. I don't think I've seen him in victory lane very much. 3 wide, middle of the pack. But Noah Gretson, AJ Allmendinger, Justin Allgaier, and Sam Mayer and Daniel Hemrick are your top 5. And they have kind of formed a line and they're breaking away. 10 to go in the race. We got a driver down pit road for our series. That is back in black. Exiting pit road. It's going to come out 7. And we have a caution on the racetrack. Caution is out on the racetrack on lap 33 out of 47. 33 out of 47. We've got a caution. Frosty is second place. It's going to take us a minute for the leaders to catch back up, and we've got a wreck. No, AJ Allman. Oh, it's a big wreck at Daytona. Guys, we got a big wreck at Daytona. The 8 spinning back up into the racetrack. That's Josh Berry. He's okay. He didn't get hit. The 1 of Sam Mayer tore up. I don't know what happened. I looked up at the screen, looked back down. These guys are tore up. And wow, that could have been a lot worse. Allgaier doesn't have that much damage in the 7, but tough race, 9 to go. So in both races, we're going to have late race restarts. I hate that for those guys, man. Yikes. So a highlight to go back and look at as the drivers have caught up. And so I don't know whether they're going to open pit road this time or not. Yes, they do. Pit road is open. I would expect. Let's see what the strategy is going to be. As you got drivers who went to go get their lap back, who need to go get their lap back, and yes, there they go. So you've got the drivers a lap down. They're going to get their lap back because Mikl put on a clinic. But you know what? It's all over now. It's all going to be now who is going to be able to get back in that rhythm and who's going to be able to capitalize on this opportunity. Look at your top 3. Frosty in second. And let's see who can win the battle off pit road. We know that Michael's going to be the leader coming off. That's pretty clear. We know Frosty's going to be a close second. Their teammates, the 2 and the 22 of SXR. And now Skitty Brave is going to still be third. Skitty Brave is going to be third on the racetrack. Wes is going to be fourth on the track, as he was probably our lucky dog. Let's take a look at our blitz reporter. That's 0 in the 17. He's making his way around the racetrack under these caution flag conditions. Now, according to BRL rules, they've got to get around that racetrack and get gridded up because the field will not stop or postpone the race to allow them to get their lap back for the sake of time. So they're going to have to get the move on, get around the racetrack, and get to pit road if they're going to go or catch the field. And we got somebody in pit road. That's the 7 of 0, like we were talking about, and not the race he has wanted. Obviously, he's wanted a much better race and has not had the opportunity to have it. But him being back on the lead lap, a couple more cautions, and things could be changed. We know he's a very fast racer, was able to school us at Watkins Glen. But ever since the return of Mikl has not been as hot. So we'll see how that's going to affect his running out there. 0 back on the racetrack, and he's got a ways to go as they get ready to make their rounds. This is only the second caution, guys, but I think things are going to really heat up here as we prepare to go green flag. Let's take you through top 5 one more time. In your race lead, Mikl. Second place, Frosty, the teammates there at SXR. West in third, CMR Chevrolet 46 is Skitty Brave in 4th. Strong car all day. Let's see if it's still that strong. Chris, top 5. Now let's see if it's still as strong as it was earlier on in the race, guys. Lap 35 out of 47. We are approaching 10 laps to go. And here we go, approaching the start finish line. And they cross the bricks and bring out the green flag. And look at Back in Black on the right side. He's known for those restarts. 3 wide, headed into 1. Back in Black's gonna jump all the way up to 3rd. Now this is when you're aggressive, and this is when you rub doors and bump fenders late in the race, not early. Skitty Brave, maybe some issues there. He drops all the way down to 5th. Now he's gonna have some work to do as we got trouble in the back. Car spinning in the back. I think they got it back together. We're still running. 46 is Skitty Brave, trying to make a move there side by side with the 8 of West. No, West able to get an edge on that right side. Now can the 46 take advantage of positioning? No, West is going to, oh, Beloved, way off the track. Beloved car off the track, way off the track, no damage. But I saw him fly through the screen. Yikes. But he's okay, back on the track. West up to 4th as he's having a resurgence. The laps tick down, 36 out of 47. This lap, after this lap is completed, it'll be 10 to go on the racetrack. West and Back in Black preparing to battle it out. In the meantime, Mikl starting to get away. Frosty trying to catch and trying to maintain. Really difficult to someone who gapped the field by a half a racetrack. I mean, it's just really tough to do, and Frosty is feeling it right now, and he's gonna have to hold back the drivers behind him. On board Back in Black. Ten to go. Skitty Brave overshot that corner just a little bit, and that actually threw off the 9 of Back in Black, who was shadowing the 46. Nice move. That's actually a veteran move. 46 was under control. The 9, however, you could tell, shadowing the braking line of the driver in front of him, and that resulted in him going off track. Sweet move. Good job, Skitty Brave, and Back in Black gonna have to step it up if he intends on being successful at any point in the back half of this race. Chris, solid run so far for his first run. And there's a 2 of Frosty. Dale Jr. in that mix as well as a lap car. Skitty Brave trying to catch this group here. And Frosty is actually caught this lap traffic. So let's see if he has any trouble. No, that's not lap traffic. That's Wes. So let's see if he has any trouble getting by Wes, or whether he'll be able to make short work of it. Remember, all this time they're burning up trying to make these passes. Where's Mikl? Like, you look on the map, Mikl is gapping the field again. And that Hellman's number 2. Love that paint scheme. Oh, and Wes is loose again. Wes loose, having issues with that corner. Getting back on the banking. He's going to lose 2 positions. Wes, Skitty Brave sneak by. And now can Wes keep those guys behind him? In the meantime, as they run this tight battle here with 8 to go, Daytona back running with 4 to go. Noah Gregson is your leader. Hemrick on the outside. He's got the 39 of Ryan Seed pushing him. And the 11 takes the lead. And now it's 3 wide. The 38 gets 39 rather just gets left out to dry. Is able to find a hole on the bottom, but he was just left out to dry. Yikes. 3 to go at Daytona. 3 to go. The 11 is your race leader, and he's bouncing around with those blocks, and we've got contact in BRL with the 46 and the 2 making contact here. We've got a whole cluster of cars. And the 46 goes out wide and slams the wall hard. That was a hard impact you saw on your screen, and he's got damage. No. And it's going to be really, really difficult for him to drive that car now. Such a strong race car. He's going to have to get to pit road and then pray for a caution to fly. He's turned. He's turned by the 9. And that was really, really close. So we got another car stopped. Or is that Skitty Brave? And we got a wreck, a huge wreck. A huge, huge wreck at Daytona. And we're headed into overtime. The 19 torn to pieces. I saw an engine out of a car. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Is that the 08? The 08? Wow, what happened at Daytona? Oh, the 10 got pushed into the wall. That backed up the line. Oh my goodness. That was a hard lick. That was a Skitty Brave lick right there, and it just got the 27 bent out of shape there. They're going 4 wide. The 10 had a tire go down. Oh, and then the 11 gets turned. Ooh. Wow, they're spicing it up at Daytona. Is it going to be equally as spicy here? The 11 of Chris, 6th place here. And Rocket is DNF'd. Is that going to call the caution? Don't know if that's going to cause a caution or not. I know he is DNF. No caution at this point. And so let's get you caught up. The 22 of Mikl, comfortable lead over Frosty in second place. And Frosty is trying to hold off Wes. He's about right at 3 seconds ahead of Wes as the final laps of this race come alive here. Wes in third, and he's got Back in Black a second behind him, trying to hawk him down. And then after Back in Black, someone we haven't talked about much all race long, our Blitz reporter, the 17, and he is driving the wheels off of that car. Remember, when we went green flag, the 17 was still getting his lap back. And so he had to battle all the way through that to get all the way up where he is. It shows the speed he has on his race car. Now, how much patience is he going to have with the 9 of Back in Black? We're going to see as they're side by side entering the final 2 corners. Back in Black with a little bit of edge. 17 trying to respond. .44 of 47. So we had a car off the track here. That was Skitty Brave. As they are getting people out of their cars at Daytona, the closing laps of this race continue. Oh, 17 in the grass, and you can't get away from anybody doing that. Making mistakes this late in the race, not gonna gain you any positions or help you out in any way. The 9 crossover move as the 9 tried to gun it in there, and now the 17 has the lead. Slices through that corner and through the grass, back onto the Indianapolis Oval straightaway for the start finish line. 45 of 47, 2 laps remaining in this race. Still time for a caution, though. Mikl comfortable in first, Frosty sitting comfortably in second. Wes sitting third place. He's got his hands full, had his hands full with 0 in fourth. We were just spotlighting him. Our Blitz reporter, the 9 of Back in Black, 3 seconds behind 0 after making some crucial mistakes. Chris the Guide, not a bad run for him. He's sitting 6th place. Not bad for his first time back in a car. Skitty Brave, such a strong car, such a very strong car. What a disappointment as he gets ready to get passed by the leader. What a disappointing finish if he finishes in 7th compared to where he was running. I mean, this is just got to be eating him up in a race car. And then Dale Jr. in 8th place. Typical run for Dale, but not a good run. Beloved, typical run for Beloved, but definitely not a good one. Back up front, 45 of 47. Mikl gliding through these corners very smoothly as he just coasts towards victory. And he's approaching the white flag lap of this race. And if no caution comes out between now and then, we're going to see white flag action, final lap here at Indianapolis. Boy, oh boy, Mikl has just put on a show for us as he goes into the corner. He passes Beloved very cleanly here. And he is making sure that he solidifies his position into the next round and expresses his dominance. He is back. This will be 3 straight wins for Mikl in the 22, barring any catastrophic mistakes. He is showing why he is our champion in BRL, and you can't say enough about this. And just in time as they are preparing to go green for Daytona. So just in time, this race will be ending, guys. You can check out the race at the Day 500 Champ 1512. You can check out the remainder of this race if you're unable to watch it on your cable supply television. That's where we'll be going next. The 22 of Mikl, 3 straight wins. The 22 dominant showing, and he is definitely going to the round of 8. Congratulations, Mikl. Frosty is going to be second place on the grid. Good job for Frost. He's able to score that victory. Third place on the grid is going to be Wes. Wes able to battle back. Good run for Wes. Zero going to sit fourth. Fourth place on the grid, Zero. Fifth place, Back in Black, top 5. Nice run for Black. Able to turn things around, but I'm pretty sure penalties ensuing for Back in Black. Chris, the guy, good run for Chris. Being back in the car, he's going to get 6th place. Skitty Brave is going to get 7th place. A horrible finish to a great run. Skitty Brave, Dale Jr., and then Beloved with Rocket lagging out because no call was made for a DNF. We want to thank everyone for tuning in. Because of the circumstances, we're going to forego our interviews. We're going to go straight to the race at Daytona. Thank you, everyone, for tuning in here. And let's see if we can tune in real quick. 2 to go at Daytona for the night race. Thanks, everyone, for tuning in here. Mikl to Victory Lane.